As many NFL fans know, and we all certainly do, the Detroit Lions have always had problems with drafting personnel that simply always finds a way to get into trouble. And, well, Titus Young is that recent guy. He was arrested twice in the span of a day. Now, how exactly did this happen? He made an illegal left turn, and an officer saw this. They pulled him over. He was booked on suspicion of DUI, and, well, his car was impounded. Now, what happened next is baffling. Many people may joke about this, about how, my car is impounded, and I'm going to hop over the fence, and I'm going to get it back. Titus Young actually, stupidly, decided to do that. He was caught jumping the fence. Security cameras showed it. He was trying to get back his Ford Mustang, and he was booked once again and was taken into custody in the same detention center. Baffling, stupid. There are many ways to describe it. His former high school football coach has said that Titus Young needs help. That's pretty clear by now, one would think. Former second-round pick out of Boise State. He's only 23 years old. He had a very encouraging year after, I believe it was Nate Burleson. It was either Burleson or Broyles. I'm pretty sure it was Burleson, who injured himself. And Titus Young filled in. He was a solid fantasy football pickup for many. He was released in February, not from fantasy football teams, but from the Lions in general. And then the Rams picked him up, and they decided to cut him 10 days later. Now, not only that, by the way, he was arrested for burglary because obviously he was trying to retrieve his black Ford Mustang, and again, booked at the same station. This guy has had issues, man. There are so many different ways to put it, but I'll describe them to you right now. He was told to stay away from the team facility. He was intentionally lining up in a wrong position against the Green Bay Packers. Not really a guy you want to keep on your roster if he's intentionally fucking up games and blowing games for you. He was sent home 3 times by the Detroit Lions. Again, just 23 years old. And he also punched Luis Delmas in the face during OTAs. Solid teammate is Titus Young. I'll let Deadspin take it over. Living in the Detroit suburbs and working for AT&T, this is an employee of AT&T, I would regularly get Lions players in my store. One of particular note was Titus Young. One night he came up after we had closed and started banging on the door. We couldn't unlock the doors because of policy, but he proceeded to hold up his driver's license to the window and say, "Do you know who I am? I'm Titus Young." We ignored him. The next day he came back during business hours and started yelling that we wouldn't let him in. Idiot. He also demanded everything in the store should have been given to him for free. He had his sister with him, who seemed like his assistant at the time. She was extremely professional and nice, almost like a parent, trying to keep their child in line. After his sister took over dealing with us, Titus fell asleep on the bench and started snoring extremely loud in front of the other customers and employees. A picture of Titus snoring is attached. Here it is. Enjoy. So you see it right there. That is Titus Young snoozing in an AT&T store loudly. The question is, will any team pick him up? No, obviously not, and they shouldn't. They should be forbidden from picking up Titus Young. He needs to turn his life around. This is not a football problem. It's a life problem for Titus Young. He's just 23 years old. He was drafted 2 years ago. He seemed to be going on the up aside from all these problems within the organization, being sent home, punching a teammate in the face. This is a situation I don't know if Tony Dungy, who has dealt with many players in the past, can solve. Either way, he obviously needs to turn it around, and maybe, just maybe, he can make a comeback and get signed with the team. Either way, get his life, get refocused. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Refocus your life first, get back on track, and then worry about football.